In early 2016, for Women in Horror United in Blood, hosted by Jonathan Hughes, I got to interview a few female filmmakers and their projects coming up to be shown that evening at a London event. Enjoy.
Barbie Wilde.
Women in Horror United in Blood. Lovely Barbie Wilde.
Hi.
My name's John. Lovely to meet you, Barbie.
It's great to meet you too.
You're an author.
I am.
Can you show us what you've got there?
This is my second book. My first book was called The Venus Complex, and that was a diary of a serial killer from the male point of view. And Fangoria called me one of the finest purveyors of erotically charged horror after when they interviewed me for the book.
Yeah.
Because it's basically the sexual mindscape of a serial killer. So basically, just a guy who decides to become a serial killer. This is a collection of my short horror stories. Some of them previously published. 3 stories are about a female Cenobite called Sister Celise. The first story was first published in Hellbound Hearts. It's all following the mythology of Clive Barker. The cover is by Clive. He's been very, very generous in allowing me to use some of his artwork in the book.
And of course we know Clive Hellbound.
That's right. My main claim to fame is that I played the female Cenobite in Hellbound Hellraiser 2. My claim to fame is actually just appear in sequels. Death Wish 3, Hellraiser 2.
Plus.
I was in Grizzly 2 too, but that never saw the light of day. And Grizzly 2 had George Clooney, Laura Dern, Louise Fletcher, all these people, Charlie Sheen.
Right.
Never saw the light of day, but you can see bits of it on YouTube.
So careful.
It's terrible, but hey.
Hey, I don't bad, more than bad, worse.
No, but it really was kind of, I didn't realize that at the time, it was just another job, basically, as an actress.
Oh, yeah, I can see.
But, 20, 30 years later, it was a life changer because being part of Clive Barker's world was being something very special.
I bet.
He created a new mythology, new
yeah.
monsters.
What are your views on the new Hellraiser? Have you heard about the new Hellraiser? That's cool. No, you don't have to say on side.
I really love Gary Tunnicliffe. I think he's wonderful, and he was inspired by the first couple of films to become a makeup artist.
Yeah.
And I didn't see Revelations. And to be perfectly honest, I've only seen the first 2 Hellraiser films.
I think I've seen the first 4.
I think I saw a bit of the one where it's Pinhead in space, and then it goes back to
it's on the 4th one.
and then it goes back to Paris and the Marchand and stuff, which is wonderful. And then I couldn't finish it, and something arose, and I couldn't finish it. But I think according to Doug Bradley, who plays Pinhead, a lot of the scripts after the first 2 a lot of the scripts after the first 2 were just horror scripts that were lying around, and they threw Pinhead in them. So some of them are actually based on the original book, like the one I just mentioned. And also, P. Atkins did 3, didn't he?
Yeah,
so he did the
was also
scripts
the
for 2
barman.
and 3. So it's there are these are written as Hellraiser movies, but I think as it went along. But from what I can gather, Revelations, the original script is supposed to be really, really good, but they changed it. Gary really wanted to direct it. This one he's directing, and we'll just have to see. But from what I can gather, Doug didn't even read the script. They asked him to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Right.
And
Okay,
he didn't want to do that.
That's very insightful. Really
Because
insightful.
what if somebody else, spills the beans? How do they know? I mean, if you get, you could get sued for $1 million. You could get sued for $1 million, and how do you say, oh, it wasn't me? You have to be a bit circumspect signing those kind of things.
I've got one more question to ask you, and it's going back to your musical days.
Yeah.
It's not going to be embarrassing because I like Depeche Mode.
Okay, yes.
You've worked with Depeche Mode, haven't
We
you?
supported them
You support
on
them.
the Classics Nouveau tour. We were pretty unknown, and so were they. We just went all over London.
Over the world.
UK.
The UK.
And it was wonderful. We actually supporting bands don't normally really mix that much with
Right,
the
yeah.
guys, but they were very sweet. They were really young. They were just babies.
Babies at the time.
We're all babies
Yeah.
doing it. Having,
All exciting.
the thing that was really nice is when we supported Gary Newman at Wembley. I mean, he came to see us several times. And
Did he?
we kind of hung out a little bit with Gary.
Legend.
You know, so that was great. I mean, the '80s were really good to me.
Yeah.
You know, going to New York, supporting Gary. That's a horrifying sentence.
I've seen this movie.
And doing, Death Wish 3 and
Oh yeah, Death Wish 3.
stuff.
Chris, have you got any questions to ask Barbie?
I have one, yes. I was rewatching Hellraiser 2 recently, and you were saying behind the scenes how extremely uncomfortable the costume was. Have you ever worn anything that has been as uncomfortable as the outfit in Hellraiser 2 or not?
Funnily enough, it wasn't necessarily the outfit that was uncomfortable. I think because actually it was laced. I think I had Grace Kirby's outfit, and she had a slight curvature. It was fine. This is what I was told.
Right.
And so I was being laced, and I had terrible backaches at the end of the day. I think that the only other one, oh God. Okay, I was going to say when I had to wear plastic from head to toe as a kinky fashion designer in Lugo's work, but no, I actually did a job where I was a roboting with a real mechanical robot, the ones that kill people all the time. And we had to wear these really tight orange wigs and masks that made us look a bit like Orville, the little bird.
Orville the dog?
Yeah.
No, Orville the bird.
Oh,
the
right.
magician.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I had migraines every night because it was so tight.
Right.
Not very sexy, but I have to say, if you're going to be a monster,
Yeah.
female Cenobite's pretty sexy, wearing plastic bondage gears.
One more thing to ask you, and then we'll wrap this up. Have you seen this female pinhead? Have you seen it online?
No, I haven't.
Is it a new female pinhead?
Well, is that the one with the...
Yes,
yeah,
that's what I mean.
I think she does it as cosplay.
Yeah, is it a cosplay thing?
Yes,
Is it?
she's quite... Wowza, is all I can say. Enormous.
You must, not because of that, I'm on about it just because in general, are you taken back by, that a female, especially being a women in horror, are you
I
taken back?
have seen some. The first convention I did in Germany,
Yeah.
2 women spent 6 hours dressing up as the male, as Pinhead and the female Cenobite, and it was so faithful and wonderful. And they just, hi, we did this for you guys. It was like, and then they drove. They got dressed up and drove to
the place, yeah.
Hamburg. But no, it always astonishes me the dedication people put into it. But I get back to Clive Barker and his wonderful imagination. And Clive Barker, cover up for my book. Well, it's one of his artworks, Grace's book. He's got an extraordinary imagination.
Definitely.
And I do say though that it is the most unfortunate little wound I have. Speaking as a female Cenobite.
Go on.
Well, I had the big,
Yeah,
the vagina wound,
yeah.
and the way I get killed at the end of Hellbound. I'm already dead. How can I get killed? I never quite got that way. But I actually had to walk around at the end that day of filming with the Channer penis tentacle thing glued to my vagina thread. And Barry Norman, can I say all this? Is it okay?
It's fine.
Barry Norman was doing film
Film
87.
reviewer.
And I loved him because I was doing film review for
Yes, you
ITV
did.
at the same time.
I was aware.
He was my hero, and I hid on set and be Barbie, where are you? Because I thought I don't want my hero to see me with the
Yeah,
penis tentacle glued to my vagina.
yeah.
But hey, what can you do? It's all partnership.
It is indeed, and I think it's been a pleasure as well. Enjoy Women in Horror.
I am
United in Blood.
united in blood.
Jessica Messenger.
With Jessica Messenger, she was in a film called Wasteland. Was this your first feature?
Yes, yeah, it was, yeah.
How did you find it?
Fantastic, yeah, it's a great experience.
You worked with Tom Wadler,
Yeah, Tom Wadlow.
Light Films.
Yeah, Shamir Supersand. Yeah, it was a fantastic experience. I learned so much. That's that.
Brilliant.
You know, shot it on a really low budget, but
Yeah.
I don't think you can really tell, which is fantastic. You know, they built all of the set in the garage.
The
and stuff,
garage,
so,
yeah. I've seen his garage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic.
he showed me that.
Did he?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a great
Vengeance.
experience.
That's good, that's good. Are you looking forward to Women in Horror?
Yes. Yeah.
What have you got to plug today?
Well, mainly for me, it will be Six Hot Chicks in
Yes.
a warehouse that I'll be promoting.
That's your latest Kickstarter.
It is my baby at the moment.
Yeah.
It's Kickstarter is due to end in 3 days. You know, we've smashed target by about £1,000. It's been incredible by how much support we've actually had.
Yeah.
It's been insane.
Because
so-
originally it was 4K and now it's
Yeah.
going up to 5K.
It's just
now.
crept over. Yeah, it's just
Brilliant.
crept over. It's just been amazing. We really didn't know what to expect out of it. We really didn't expect a lot. But the amount of people like yourself, you know, fans of the genre, friends that we've had have just really pulled it out of the bag to just share us about. And yeah, we're really, really grateful. It's meant so much to us. Moving forward, obviously, it's a big thing getting the word out. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to moving on to production now, and
Brilliant.
that's in March.
And you're co-producer on it, are you?
I am, yeah, which was never on the cards at all. That was a complete fluke. I've been signed on for the film for 4 years. I know absolutely everything about the production. You know, I was helping Simon, the director, with all sorts of things without the label, and then he just sort of came to me one day and said, you know, if you want to do it, I'd really like you to co-produce. So I said, I'll happily do it.
Brilliant.
But yeah, it's definitely not an avenue I'll be pursuing full time. I don't think I'll bother producing for a while once I've finished with this production. So
That's fair enough, that's fair enough. I know it's going to be a tall order, isn't it?
yeah, it's a lot. I mean, obviously, you know, I'm playing the lead alongside Oliver Bonham, who's playing Adrian, as well as co-producing. So it's a lot of work. I mean, it's literally my life at the moment. So, but yeah, it's fantastic. I enjoy it.
Good, yeah, I'm happy for you. Really happy for you. Where did you start off as well? Didn't you start off... how did you get into acting, basically?
Yeah, I started off as a dancer mainly for 18 years. That's
Yeah.
what I did, yeah. And then I went to university and studied film and TV, and it just sort of went from there. Like, I loved film, so I moved from theatre and went into film, and now, like, it's the best position that I've made. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it a lot. But yeah, my heart will always be with the theatre, though, definitely.
Is it something
I'll always have a place in the heart for theatre, and I definitely think, you know, when the time's right, I'll revisit. And
Yeah, I
love
was
to
going
get
to
on
say,
some
do
tours.
you think you...
Yeah, definitely.
There's plenty of shows out there.
Never say never. Never
Yeah,
say never.
There's plenty of shows out there.
Yeah, yeah.
So, alright, Jess, been a pleasure.
Thank you.
For your time again.
Thank you.
And Wasteland's out now. Six Hot Chicks as well. And Women in Horror. United England.
Abigail Blackmore.
Horror, United in Blood. Here with Abby. Are you looking forward to the festival?
Very much.
Okay, what have you got to promote here?
I've got my short film Vintage Blood, which I wrote and directed,
Mhm.
and it's set in a vintage clothes shop in North London about a woman who owns the shop, and she discovers that her fiance's life is in danger when a cursed Ouija board comes into her possession.
Cool, cool. It's very spooky then, is it?
It's quite spooky, I think, and a bit funny.
What influenced it? Could you say, know what influenced it?
Tales the Unexpected.
Oh,
I would
yeah,
say it's
classic
kind of,
series.
sort of that sort of
Yeah.
thing, really. Twilight Zone, that kind of thing.
Yeah, anthologies and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Yeah.
a story within a story. It's a mini portmanteau.
That sounds cool, that sounds cool. Is there anything you're looking forward to watching at the festival?
Oh, all the shorts. I'm
All of
really
them, of course.
excited about that. I've only seen one of them before, and that's the wrestling one, which is gruesome.
All right.
I can't what's called now.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that. And yeah, and the PSAs. Just looking forward to a panel and everything tonight. Just
That's
meeting
good.
people. Yeah.
It's been brilliant. Thank you
Yeah,
for your time,
great to
Abby.
meet you. Cheers.
Take care.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Katie Bonham.
Kate.
Kate, can she?
Yeah, of course you can. Sorry, I thought you were like, oh, here you are.
Oh, here she is. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And we met at HorrorCon last year very briefly, didn't we?
You did.
And things have progressed since then film-wise, haven't they?
Yeah. We've got a new short out in 2 days. World premiere at Fright Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tell us about it?
Yeah, it's a short psychological horror.
Is it Mindless?
Yeah, Mindless, sorry.
Mindless.
It's a short psychological horror, and it is about a middle-aged man called Peter who has a form of memory loss, and his daily carer who comes to look after him constantly finds the house in complete disarray. It's kind of torn to pieces, and he's blaming it on something else, whereas she thinks it's a cry for help for his...
So we're talking psychological?
Yeah, it's super psychological, yeah.
Right. You started off doing shorts. You did something called the doll, didn't you?
Yeah, I did Doll, the Porcelain Ground,
And
Paper Round,
which is being shown tonight.
which is being shown tonight, yeah, for
Looking
Women
forward
in
to
Horror.
it. Women in Horror, United in Blood.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I can't wait, yeah.
Brilliant.
Absolutely, hopefully everyone will like it. And yeah, it's quite short, it's another psychological horror. It got into Fright Fest Glasgow last year as well, for its world premiere, so
Brilliant.
yeah, looking forward to everyone seeing it.
What are your future plans? Have you got any future plans that you're allowed to talk about?
Yeah, I just finished writing a feature script, which is a fantasy horror. We're shooting half in Norway, half in the UK this year. So I'm just kind of looked down main crew at the moment. I've got a really good DOP on board, and yeah, so
So that's how
pressing
you started
forward.
off? No, you started off as assistant director, didn't you?
No, I started off as director, and
okay.
I just kind of ended
Bad
up.
job.
That's all right. But kind of from that, because all things were really independent, I kind of know how to run a crew. I was kind of ultra organised, and from that, I kind of got asked to assistant direct on 6 shorts last year. So
Yeah, I know you've
I
been
kind of
busy.
do both now. So
I know you've been busy.
yeah.
So good
So
luck
no, it
with
was
that.
really good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I think you'll do really well. Is there anything you're looking forward to tonight? Anything in particular?
Yeah, I haven't seen El Ganti by Gigi. I haven't seen
somebody
that.
mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And I love Kate Shenton's Gimp. It's hilarious.
Yeah, they mentioned it.
Yeah,
I just
that's
spoke
really
to Kate.
funny. Yeah.
I spoke to Kate.
But yeah, just I think being here, all being collected here, kind of working towards women in horror and equality in the film industry, I think is really positive. So it's just good to be included, really.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, Kate.
Cool.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
your time.
much. Thanks, guys.
And good luck with the film.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Kate, everyone.
Chelsey Burdon.
Here with Chelsey.
Hello.
Nice to see you again. Met at HorrorCon last year.
Yeah,
And you've done a short film called She, which went to Crypt TV.
I did, yeah.
Tell us a bit about it.
Well, She is a short film which I wrote and directed with Mark Vesey.
Yeah, he's from East Midlands, isn't he?
He,
He was.
well, he's in Nottingham now.
Yeah, he's from
Is that East
That's where I'm
Midlands?
from.
Okay, brilliant. So yeah, it's a short film that we made. It's about a couple who seem to have a very ordinary lifestyle, though there's something not quite right under the surface.
Yeah, until things develop.
Things progress and the couple reach a breaking point, and it has a bit of a things come to a head at a dinner anniversary.
Yes, that's right. We won't say
It goes
anymore.
horribly wrong,
Yeah, it just goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
So watch out
or
for
horribly
She.
right, depending on
Yeah, the
what point of view
perspective.
you've got.
The perspective. It's women in horror.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, look out for She. It's on YouTube, I believe. Is that right?
It's not on YouTube at the moment, but it will be going back onto Crypt TV.
Crypt TV, I know it's on Crypt TV. Have you got anything planned for the future, film-wise?
Well, there's still Dead Bitch on its way
Dead
very
Bitch.
soon.
Oh, yeah, Dead Bitch with
I shot
Jessica.
that last year. Yeah, with Jessica Messenger is here tonight. I shot that last year, but it's kind of been a long process. In post-production, it's kind of been on a shelf for a little while there's been some personal things going on, but that's due to be making way soon. And I've got a feature that I'm kind of writing and shopping around at the moment, so hopefully that will be headed into production later this year, fingers
Is
crossed.
that feature, sorry?
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
interesting. Are you like to talk about it, or so much? Something you can't.
I can say a little bit about
Okay.
it. It's the title's Monstrous, and it's a story of a girl who has a bit of a journey into darkness, into monstrosity, and it's a case of there's supernatural elements involved, but there's also a lot of psychological background to it. So it's quite dark. It's quite refreshing, I hope, because some of the character elements in there. But we shall see what happens with that. It's all early days.
Early days still, is
Yeah.
it? Have you looking forward to anything in particular at the Women in Horror Festival?
Yeah, tonight I'm looking forward to the feature, to Maud's feature. I've not seen that yet, which is great. So that looks really good. And a lot of the shorts, some of them I've seen before, but I'm looking forward to Emma Dark's season 8 as well. I think it's really great what she's doing at the moment. And it's really inspiring that she's kind of directed it, starred in it, wrote it, and she does a lot to support women in horror, so she's doing great things. And just to be here with other people who are, supporting the Women in Horror campaign and movement, and just being involved is great. It's great to be here.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. What influences you as a director? And speak up then, sorry. I didn't mean to shout.
Train overhead.
Yes, I mean to shout.
Well, quite a range of stuff really. It's difficult to say. I don't might cite certain particular directors as inspiration. I guess there's directors and styles of films that inspire me for certain reasons. So, for example, I really love Korean horror and everything that kind of comes out of that.
Like Japanese horror.
Japanese horror, yeah. Korean more so, just because stylistically I think it's always got such brilliant cinematography, and the stories always have very interesting underlying themes. I think
Before Hollywood remakes them.
Before Hollywood remakes, of course, yes. But there are also directors that inspire me. Jen's Oscar, obviously. Shenton.
Hi, how you doing?
And so, there's lots of things really, lots of influences from directors, but generally anyone who's willing to push the envelope a little bit, be daring, try something different, and move the genre forward.
So who's going to touch this stuff, Teddy? It's been rained on. It's not going to.
I appreciate your time. Thank you, Chelsey. I hope to see you at HorrorCon again.
You will do.
I'm trying to do the whole weekend next time. Yes. Brilliant. Cheers, my dears.
Enjoy the night.
You too.
Kate Shenton.
Kate Shenton.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. My name's John, by the way.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you. And Women in Horror.
I know, Women in Horror, yes.
United in Blood.
Yes, United in Blood, which is the best way to be united. Yes.
Inked in Blood.
Inked in Blood, definitely.
Are you looking forward to the event?
Yeah, definitely. There's a few films I've already seen, but there's plenty I haven't. So I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone's been getting up to and stuff. And yeah, definitely. Well, I always like a short screening, and I always like seeing what everyone's doing. So it should be a good event.
Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to?
I'm actually looking forward to watching the film called Vintage Blood again, which I saw. It was at the same screening as mine was at Fright Fest, and I really love it. I think that might have been one of my favourites from the screening. So I never like to say favourite because it's always like, that was my favourite. But it's a super awesome film, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that again.
And what are you plugging today?
What would
you like to?
Well, I'm screening one of my shorts called Gimp, which is about a gimp.
Yeah, I think I've heard.
Yeah, it was good. It's a fun little short, and I'm also screening the trailer for my second feature film, Egomania.
Yeah.
So no, it's kind of like the premiere of the trailer. We're not putting it online yet, but I thought it'd be nice just to, because Egomania is a film which is actually strongly about women in horror and being a horror filmmaker, so it seemed right that it screened at Women in Horror event. Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. What influenced it?
What influence? My own personal experiences in the film industry. Basically, my first feature film was a documentary called On Tenterhooks, and after that I kind of had a really crazy year of kind of like the doors being open but being bottom of the food chain in the film industry, and the film, and the film is kind of a very twisted semi-autobiography of the experiences I had, but also the experiences I heard of other people, just different groups of people that I met, all kind of mixed into this really quite dark, satirical horror comedy kind of thing. So it's an interesting one. It's a very personal film.
just on to my final question now. What influences you as a director?
Oh gosh, I think the thing that I love the most is performance. I'm very much driven by, and like when I watch a film, often what I'm watching is the performance and the dialogue and the way that it was written and the way it's portrayed. I am influenced by visuals, and of course when I see a beautiful film, I'm like, oh, it's really beautiful. But for me, everything is about a performance, whether there's dialogue, whether it's silent. It's for me about characters and actors and performance and like conveying a story, like a real proper story. And I think that can be done in any genre, and I think horror has the potential to really push forward very powerful stories, because there's no limit to what you can do in horror. My favourite horror films are the ones that for me have a real point, like they're really trying to,
Something with a bit of heart.
you know, well, there's something that they're trying to express a very strong message, and whether you like that message or not, whether it's you find it dark, because horror is the way that it is, you can really have the potential to push forward like strong messages, and that's kind of what inspires me, what I look for in films.
That's good.
And a bit of comedy as well. I always love comedy.
It was something quirky.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Thank you for your time.
Awesome, lovely. Thank you.
Good luck for the screening.
Awesome, excellent. Thank you very much.